It's really coming down.
We can push through a bit of rain. Surely?
I'm not interested.
That's the point in it. That's the spirit!
I'm merely doing this.
I like that!
Where you did not succumb to frostbite. Our enemies have grown in number. This battle's end is more distant than I hoped.
Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been focused.
I'm coming, Master!
You must remain calm, else all will be lost.
My thanks. What could I do without Arisen?
Then I shall remain by your side.
Our foe stumbled! Just one more! Bring it down! Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! Focus. A moment of decision will spell our doom.
You hold the enemy focused, and I shall strike them down.
Well, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing.
You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
Tis the simplest strategy that our foe most supports. Knock its feet out from under it and strike ere it recovers.
I'd not dare attempt something wanted though. But together, I think we can manage it.
Allow me, Master. This foe shall fall by my hand.
I've grabbed hold of our foe!
An excellent strategy. Allow me to assist.
I'll not decline.
Well done. This foe is nigh unstoppable when it's dropped. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
Then we'd best fell it quickly, or else wait till its fury subsides. 'Tis a glad thing we happened upon this. Unleashing it during combat ought to fluster our foes.
From the last lot, that we're not to be trifled with. The battle cannot be avoided. 'Tis fight or die.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. I cannot thank you enough.
Never you fret. We all have our moments.
This spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
Douse the flames before it is too late.
The paths to victory. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I'll save you. Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend.
The product of heedlessness.
You'll have to manage on your own. I've got my hands.
Hard. Be sure to avoid the open flame.
Their ilk must we defeat. Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doubted.
Twill be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinch their loot.
Whatever foes called it, their home must be uniquely fearsome.
Indeed. Vermund feels a world away.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. A mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful.
'Twas a fine journey we shared.
Please dispense with the formalities. I enjoy tackling fierce foes.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my...
Good. I see the Arisen's found... Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Beg pardon but if you seek a bed and you've the coin, 'tis yours. No questions asked.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know. It appears to be locked, and we've no key. Shall we try breaking it down?
Such wanton violence is ill-advised.
It is hard to imagine a world empty of waste.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
What is it? Has something happened? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready.
Stop watching me. I swear it.
Work as late as I used to anymore.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm on to the table.
One can scarcely walk in a place so cramped. I pray we do...
Dragon, heed my call. Your will is mine to command. Curses. This arrival of the true Arisen is most inopportune. Sovereign of Vermin, the ritual must not be disturbed. Let not the Arisen approach. You can manage that, I trust.
At last, we may confront the pretender to your title, Master. I hope the man has made his peace. As planned.
Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the Dogma of Dragons is unmade. You could ne'er understand, Arisen. must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all. It's not enough. Cursed Arisen. You've doomed us all to the cycle. Anew.
Greetings, Arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable Arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live. Intriguing. This then is thy will. Our parley is done. We must fulfill our charges. I, as the dragon, and thou as the Arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield. Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? determined in a time before reckoning. And yet Arisen, born of a hapless faith though it may be. Perchance, 'tis thy will, and thine alone, that couldst contest the great will of this world. Thou art too late. The hour is upon us. We must decide a victor, and in so doing, form a link in the chain that bindeth this wheel. Tell me, Arisen, what is thy desire? Is it to slay the dragon, thereby living? Or dost thou merely seek conflict with the mighty?
Its breath will give you more than a blister, but toughness.
Dost thou realize that even our
That giant ballista up on the cliff is just begging to be used. All we have to do is find a means to reach it.
That's easily done. Just grab hold of the dragon and let it take you up there. It is time for us to meet our fated foe on the field of battle.
Now's our chance to make use of all we've learned.
We born are steeled for whatever comes. Terrifyingly destructive, but in the aftermath, we've a prime chance to counterattack.
But of course, Arisen, you may depend on
That means getting within range of its core. Be wary. This is your moment, Master. Strike true. Expose the path in sight. Strike well.
Alas, I am slain. But heed this, Arisen. By will alone doth the world form a ring, an unending cycle. All is preordained, even my death at thine hands. Yet perhaps thy will is great enough to put an end to it.
Why do you pursue me, Arisen? You have fulfilled your charge, are you not satisfied? You would still resist your fate. Understand you the folly of such a decision. Even the beating of your reclaimed heart was born of the great will of this world. Yet you would abandon it. Everything in this world, all that you have come to know as reality, is the creation of the great will. Should that will be lost, no mortal being could survive. However, if regret yet assails your spirit, then perhaps you should reaffirm your choice. Witness with your own eyes, or through the eyes of another, the fate of this world.
Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? 'Twould become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle, nor 'twould be born into its same chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such no simple matter. Yet, if thy will is set upon holding the truth, thou must demonstrate its strength. Through thine
No, stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen. And for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There, you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home. Together.
To a world under your rightful rule.
To a world all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft with benevolent hands and eyes. You find it strange. But this is your world. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. Yet that world of limitless you stand now upon its innumerable wills have served to deliver. You alone have refused to carry what you see before you. Behold. come to an end. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this in the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion, I would advise you not to waste. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth. And know the wretchedness. How shall you fare, I wonder?
Since times remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of less. The drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell. Since time remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser. Then I bid ye farewell.
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence. And in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty. That sounds much. We fight!
I see you've pinched something from our foe. That was crafty of you. Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind? Perhaps this, too, is Lord Phasus' doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the Forbidden Magic Research Lab.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. An early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Too fast for you. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Are we leaving already? Oh, bother. I was just getting warmed up. Masterfully done. Would that we might always be so in step, eh? Over here! These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
What has become of the world? Would that there was someone who could explain this madness. Come to think of it, did not Sir Rafeus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor shrine? If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought, despite the magnitude of my feat, thus did I come to know the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they walk, yet I did divine one thing. I despaired that was all a farce. And that do you understand? Alas, though I cut down all indeed. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign. Yet, I can only assume that you... How else to explain the what bitter... Falter not, new and fading spirit, though I...
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world, for this place may chance to escape the coming...
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. It is safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in. 'Tis as you say.
The Mad Sovereigns, it could prove the last battle. To not the coming destruction can only truly...
Your pawn is... Nowhere to be seen, Master. But where was the pawn? Leaving their own master behind. And we've arrived well enough. Where to next?
That's enough.
You're the Arisen. I am to inform you that Lord Phasis requests your as to whether you heed him.
Slim pickings of late.
Tis a strange sort that ventures willingly into darkness.
We scholars must gird ourselves with knowledge. Monsters range nearer than e'er they dared before.
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Indeed. Then I shall... In your absence, Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this... So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, could that have been the world for? Yet why would such a being... And speculate I shall. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable...
Oh, Master! How long but worry not, now...
So you're... Now that I think of it, I do seem to recall Lord Phasus, but it matters not. We seek to devise some... If you've an interest in helping us fight this, but 'tis all the same.
This.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
I cannot begin to fathom what happened during our time apart. Although I was wholly unconscious, I could still feel you, Arisen. Like a heartbeat, warm and constant.
I've no time for you now. Leave me be.
You saw the sky fall, wherever the sky falls, or so I had assumed. Yet aught here... I must examine that creature.
I can see where we need to go, but some fell power is blocking our way.
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt.
but we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
My magics are at your disposal.
Sweet meat today.
Not worth my time.
From bad to worse.
You can do better than that.
I won't stand for this! Don't go soiling yourself now.
Let him best you. You'll never live it down.
That's I give as good as I get. Goodness!
Oh, where that came from? And they're tired of this.
You got me.
Let my fur lie.
It seems this is the only... Why do you falter? Come this way. Enough dallying. Principles unproven are as dust. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
Just about had it.
Too fast for you.
Grateful to you, Arisen.
Bones ill at ease, this is. That's it.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. twice as terrible in the flesh.
It's a pleasure to serve you, Master.
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
My magics are at your disposal.
Few know the real nature. There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role. Go, do what you must. Someday soon, and on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken orb.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
To think. That vase was in truth a dragon. 'Twas clever of you to...
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for... We shan't weather this calamity. Ah, with the world in such disgusted I return. I maintain order as but enough of my woes. What? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea, after all. Alas. The people, should we proceed? unheed with every soul that there as such, before we take, and should you encounter any discord, such efforts will doubtless allow the. As for me, my work.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution is advised, methinks.
There's no great shock to me.
Ah! You slander my honor, sir! This is no business of your—
Now. If we are to duel, otherwise, who's to say that—
Aye, true enough. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while— You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Steel yourself!
Stay back! Unless you get caught in the fray. Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
You can do this! I believe in you!
You dare violate the sanctity of our jewel?
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that were it not for your time—
Indeed. But—
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless...
You there! Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off.
Let us guide the people to the sea.
You'll get what's coming to you.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir.
Really? Thanks.
Oi, leave my kid up.
You're not some child snatcher.
Wait. You shared...
Aye. Mayhap we're not so...
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show we're none of us so different.
Huzzah! You've done
probably sets foot outside the smithy.
I've had well enough.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you!
Aye, leave off or...
I'm not going to take that from you.
You impudent little... Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in this? What's the matter with you? Eh?
Go on. Have a look.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Ah, Sir Arisen. The people of Batal are beginning to see. We shall see the fruits of your laid prey return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
No quarrel here.
In less pressing circumstances, pray, return to Her Majesty and apprise her of your doing.
I believe in is myself.
Places such as this ought to be protected. Let the heavens heed this wish, for all our sakes.
Her Majesty has begun her supplic.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers. You have our gratitude for your efforts. Your journey continues, does it not?
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we...
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon
A resounding success!
Slim pickings of late.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Changed at sea. Couldn't hurt with my feet at the moment.
Lots to do. And precious things I've clean forgotten.
I see you cannot manage without me for a moment. Arisen.
Tis dark as pitch, master.
That dragon is far more powerful than any monster we've
Not like to improve our situation, which means there's naught more than stand and fight. I shall lead the charge!
no quarrel here. In no time at all.
With this, my magics are yours to wield!
Let us see what you're made of. Count upon my aid.
The beast is uncannily swift for its size. It can change position in the blink of an eye.
Getting close enough,
the moment it comes to a standstill, we might just be able to climb upon it.
Tis well in hand. But of course, you may depend upon me.
Right where I want you. That ore appears to be the source of its power. Let us not miss this chance to strike. The creature is defeated. Here's hoping this will be enough to forestall the Red Cloud's advance for a while. Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Salma Arisen, Alecano Nanderi.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Lisfa Ondo Soron.
I see of the arbor. It would seem there is far more.
My friend, when word reached me of your what has become of this world, we cannot be sure we will be safe here. You think we need to evacuate? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so. Nonetheless, we can but try.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
I knew it to be so. There are more who can yet be saved.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Findelnar, ne veo norwendelis kemen. Moriven...
Kasinke telpi nun. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne? I avstir lat...
Mornambwe roth enfane ava nevea tara morevin. Liamen rosse elame liamorevin un palan venisin her...
Nullis amanda kit.
Kemen rosse andil soron ru moretele erando...
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan?
Alcarwa fir ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme, sorne an fa meltol. Vanelin hur lera nefir heranon, an...
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
No quarrel here.
The only reason I am here is to fell the dragon.
That took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Salma Arenfeld. Alekano Nande.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way...
Kasinke telpi nun finale. Aidalia anan.
Nenamboe yavstir uru, kemen ros uru neteren?
Luintarmi kinalen melto linkan aldaka.
Palan hiarmen elorato ala. Nenwen mor aiwano. Iavstir lalastar.
I thank you, friend. It would be no...
Your fight continues, does it not? We met once before.
'Tis a vexing thing, communicating without a shared tongue. Would that we could find some common ground between us. Let us endeavor not to give our hosts any reason to doubt us further.
Aitane filmelto.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
Turn in for the night.
There's got to be something fun to do here.
I could do with a few more hours.
Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. The end, though, 'twas a tragedy, and I would not. You would have me, ever since the fall of Mel, the city. If there is safe harbor to be found, but I doubt I could convince. Methinks your majesty, after the false sovereign vanished, if the people will heed anyone.
'Tis admirable how Regent King Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand. I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
My sword arm could use some work.
So you've come. Captain Brandt has already approved. Truth be told, I had reached so long as we cow. My ministers have approved that the only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set. I have tried to make her see reason. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, now, there are a few we will require. Might I prevail upon you? You may assure him that the royal.
Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves between you and me. I fear. Have you come to claim?
But I shall go to the grave. So do as you will.
What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
have brought Mother to.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, this was in Mother's room. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. But in truth, you sought to better the law.
Ah, but I would have... Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud.
Even so, I cannot help... If I had but better known, you would not have had to suffer...
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, I would not see you take your crimes. That weight is as much a
My son, your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Not for it, but to cut my head will roll if horse goes awry. Would that all my days were so tranquil. Papa really would have been better off with anyway, it's better than
Be gone with you, ruffian. And if you think I require the use of all of... Fine. What are you doing? No! Spare me! I fear for my life.
Well, as a matter of fact, it didn't sit right. Anyhow, as long as I've got my... And if that craven comes crawling back...
Minister Allard has fled. And good riddance. I doubt there ever was a more cravenly character in all Vermund.
'Tis as you say.
such quietude, blessing.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
Sometimes I want bloody starving. Naught compares to a real bow. I have a...
Still waiting on that report.
Ah, you've returned. You do. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the...
Sometimes I wonder if I'm for it.
Slim pickings of late.
Townspeople.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Sort of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Mayhap a banquet.
Will not forget that we work to serve the citizen.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Is this place a beast system? I'm like to get that right. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Fret not. I'll make the pain go away.
I'll be needing a tall mug of ale to recover from that blow.
back in Vernworth at last. What say we have a mug of ale at our favourite tavern while we're here?
It is a city brimming with options. We could scour it.
Be wary! The grim ogre is a malevolent beast! Leave this to me. I shall gladly finish our foe. To think that the world could shift so suddenly and so utterly. 'Tis a frightful thing.
Who would wish for such a calamity? I refuse to let this be the end of things. But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me.
Take that! These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
The better of our foe yet.
Sour quicker than you can think.
Saved again. I'll redeem myself yet. Let me be the one to collect it. Forgive me, but there's another matter I've been bursting to speak of. Namely, is your pack not overburdensome? Oh, you carry so much. I worry for your poor spine.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? Rejoice in death.
This battle couldn't have come at a worse time. I only hope our victory is a swift one. Of an army of spirits, so long as it remains, like foul minions of the fallen.
I doubt they serve it willingly. What say we liberate them?
Another enemy force has come to assist. We ought to have finished off the first lot sooner.
A fine display of skill. You pulled that off with nary a hitch. 'Twill be a rude shock for our road to find then.
Cloud's advance is halted. This reprieve may be a temporary one, but I'm glad for it all the same.
Ox carts aren't operating anymore, are they? That is perfectly understandable, albeit rather inconvenient.
A shame, but the roads have grown ever more perilous of late.
A meager challenge if I ever saw one. It'll be over in moments.
That's just what I was thinking.
Time it's come for us to send this baleful beast back whence it came.
True, but take heart. For even if all the world will buckle before its might, the Arisen shall not falter. luck. 'Tis a chest.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Ah, I remember. 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Father, but I think we're a bit short on hand. In fact, there's the blacksmith and his wife, the smith, Gustava. Well, suffice to say, you'd have naught to do with us, given that I can only hope that she will be more. And while you're taking care of that, I will see.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
It is as you say. Is this a challenge, Arisen? To see who can keep pace?
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. It's all too clear what must needs be done. I shan't bemoan our fate. Well, I did right. Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
I shall lead the charge.
Easily done.
When that attack seems imminent, we've best ensure it out of reach. It has devastating potential.
your enemy. Me is simply the bride in draconic form. I bet my life on it. Here's hoping this will be enough to forestall the Red Cloud's advance for a while.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen. Let us finish this quickly.
No quarrel here. I shan't allow any to call me Arisen's enemy. Master, if you're carrying around anything you don't need, there's no time like the present to rid yourself of it.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden. What would you do without me, Arisen?
My thanks. Where would I be without you, Arisen? Tis a surprise to behold yon statue again. I thought it destroyed.
If we can get it moving again, mayhap we'll find a purpose for it.
Behold! It moves! Though what impelled it, I cannot say. Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
statue halted, the clouds advance. But now the statue is broken. A shame, really. I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
The sun descends. Night will be upon us soon.
Where we do not fall prey. Enemy and... Bush.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most, alas. Would I am certain that you are yet. 'Twas not.
More foes? I can scarce feel my arm from the last battle.
My magics are at your
Ah, I see you've pinched something from our foe. That was crafty of you.
'Tis a pleasure to serve you, Master. Haven't you a lantern, Arisen?
And here we are, in the blink. blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Stomach's complaining. Oh, there's something written here.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Rest assured, Master. You'll hear... Nary an...
All told, I'm rather satisfied.
If we
with
share
that.
our strengths, we can begin...
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll... use those...
Tis not brawn and might.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
My shift's over. No sign of my replacement.
This machine's giving me an achy back.
Like getting cut open.
Listen home, but it's not my duty.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for resistance is long past.
Nice arm. Look better on me, right?
My gadgets are at your disposal. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say... otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Searing heat or freezing cold? Which is the greater hardship, I wonder?
Remain focused. A clouded mind shall serve you poorly in an ambush.
All that remains is for you to fulfill your final duty, to witness this world's end with your own.
Torched! Quick! Douse the flames!
Not of a mind to fight today, Arisen.
With this, my magics are yours to wield! But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me.
I'll hold the enemy in place.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It was a glorious success. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further. A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. Oh, but I do miss the luxury of an ox cart now that they're not operating. There really was no...
Well now, whatever brings you here? You'd have us evacuate with the encampment?
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to... Besides, I should... After all that goodwill...
Oh, very well, my love. Would you be so kind as to escort us to...
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Huzzah! You've done it!
There are useful ingredients as to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
Fight. To arms.
'Tis easily done.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil.
Magics are at your disposal. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind? You really are impressive, Master. Never have I beheld a more majestic magic archer than yourself. Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light?
We ought to take a closer look.
I'll take the night watch with this nice, juicy beast steak. Do you take pleasure in
Soon as my ship's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Would you... The smith's wife, Cleuna.
Since you're here, may as well take a dip, eh?
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation?
Would you find Serenette? Let him know that we'll wait here.
Sir, I employ...
How many times must I say it? Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. I'm afraid there's another matter. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking. The man's something of a regular. I sought him out to tell him of the event. I must confess. Could I prevail upon... At this point, if he thinks anything...
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we?
Fancy meeting ye here. No, I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind.
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success.
That's just what I was thinking.
Aye, we shall fare much better on the road. 'Twill be slow going, mind. Yet, come what may.
Stomach's complaining.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Bad words.
rage. Suffice to say, no harm shall come to you.
Thank you, friend. I dread this place does not have long left. I'd gladly accompany you. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Locked, I'm afraid.
We shall have to find the key then.
I'll get that for you.
Tis a jail of sorts, this place. They were supposed to be digging up. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well, here you have it. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. I know they don't die like we... I never wanted to be here. I suppose that's why I can't bring my... At any rate, I've tried...
The command came and we are to remain here.
I implore you, Arisen.
So they're staying here because they will... And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't... But never mind that. It was the Overseer's doing. When the world changed, but on his way out, I expect that order of his... Listen, friend. I've a thought. If the Overseer's command is indeed... Use that key to have a look around. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those fell artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
Right you are.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us.
I can foresee no reason not to make use of this.
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this god sway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
I like that!
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Why? Peruse at your... leisure, sir. Do you come again? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Arisen! Are you alright? Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
One ill-timed dodge, and I'm covered in bruises.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
So, I'll wager he thought to take he always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I only hope they'll heed my... But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time. No, my word. Isn't this the god sway? With this, I'll be... Now there's no chance of any... Seems I've no end of things. I appreciate all you've done here.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Outstanding.
took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
You have my fullest There is aught I would ask of you. That is a pity.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace... I crossed paths with a...
Good morrow, everyone.